Now, you don't have to come here, Pebbles. Pebbles is not really, well, look at, Pig Trudy cannot take anything serious as long as Pebbles is hanging around. Pebbles, we love you and all, but we got to teach Pig Trudy what her future holds. Which is mud and water and killing snakes. So I don't have to do it. There we go. Come on, baby. Stay with Daddy. All right, so it's too wet to take a drive to the back this morning. So me and Pig Trudy, we're gonna take a little walk to the front pond. That's where the other pigs are hanging out. Come on, Pig Trudy, let's go. Stay with Daddy, baby. So we're gonna introduce her to the front pond, which is where I'm hoping she'll eventually do all of her rooting and playing. Baby, we're going this way. Come on, Pebbles, you come too. So don't worry, she'll follow me. She doesn't let me get too far out of her sight. Oh, here's Oli. Here's Pig Oli. Come on, Trudy. Can't let the dogs in here because that means Annie will come running. Come on, Pig Trudy, let's go. So I'll walk up this way. In case you're wondering, don't worry, I got my rifle. Just in case. I want to thank y'all for supporting me on that little snake incident. There was an overwhelming response. It was actually a lot more than I had anticipated. And then, which that tells me a lot about the folks that follow the page. And I guess folks kind of gravitate towards people they have a lot in common with. And even though some of you guys may not actually, you know, run a farm or this kind of lifestyle, I think you appreciate it. Otherwise, why would you waste your time over here? All right, so I'm a little bit upset because Pig Trudy's not following me. Pig Trudy and Pebbles are running circles. Hey, Pig Trudy! Pig Trudy! Pig Trudy, let's go! Pebbles! So I was hoping to come out and introduce them to the pond. And I think that they're having more fun playing in the yard. Maybe she just didn't know. She didn't know where I went. That's all it is. She just lost track of me. Let me go let her know. Pebbles, come on, baby. You guys got to stay with me. All right, here we go. Come on, love. Let's go, babies. Pig Trudy just wants to play. Pig Trudy, I'm trying to... All right, so we're going to walk along and we're going to let Oli show us some of the places that she hangs out all day. And I'm hoping that Pig Trudy will come join us. I don't want to have to go back and carry her. I want her to, on her own, come over here and explore a little bit. Don't think I ain't looking at every step I take, folks. Don't think. So it rained last night, and so the pond is nice and full. And most of that trash that Jake dug out of there, yeah, I've been lazy. I've not piled it up to burn yet, but I'm going to. My dilemma is I was going to pile it on top of this old roll of hay since nothing eats on it anymore. But that's where the ducks have been sleeping at night, up on top of there. Okay, so here's Pig Trudy. All right, let's go see what Pig Trudy's gonna do. I'm gonna stay close to her. I'm excited about seeing what she's gonna do when she finds this water, because she loves water. I gotta keep a close eye on my babies. What do you think, Trudy? Trudy, stop. Can you take anything serious, little pig? Tiny Tim. Let me zoom in here. You see the boxers don't come anywhere near this pasture. They'll come to the gate, but they're not going to step inside because they know that Annie will come a-running. Holy, I'm so sorry. He looks like an aardvark. Yeah. I said he again. She looks like an aardvark. Jamie's making fun of me because I constantly get my names mixed up. Hey, don't think that's nothing that you've done or haven't done. I gotta go ahead and take a little walk. I got my rubbers on, so my boots, my rubber boots. So I'm gonna walk out here and see if Trudy will follow me. It's not deep water, folks. This is just a little bit of mud. Now, you don't have to come here, Pebbles. Pebbles is not really, well, look at, Pig Trudy cannot take anything serious as long as Pebbles is hanging around. Pebbles, we love you and all, but we gotta teach Pig Trudy what her future holds. Which is mud and water and killing snakes. So I don't have to do it. There we go. Come on, baby. Stay with Daddy. Come on, baby. Stay with Daddy. We have us a kitty cat out here with us. Yeah, I told you guys that this place terrifies me. This place terrifies me, but it's where the pigs spend their entire days. They only go up to the house at night to sleep and to eat. And so I want Pig Trudy to learn that this is going to be her hangout as well. And even though she's a rooter, and I wouldn't want her hanging out in the yard rooting up all my beautiful lawn, she can come down here and root all she wants to. The more power to her. I know, kitty. You're such a good cat out hunting, doing your hunting. Stay with me, Pig Trudy. Stay with Daddy, baby. Pebbles decided to hang out over there and just wait it out. See, this is fun, Pig Trudy says. It's a lot of fun, Daddy. This is a great place for pigs to do their thing. It stays shady here all day long, which means it's never going to be too hot for them. There's also, the pond stays, it keeps water year round. It does get a little dry at times. We have the hot Texas summers and we may go through a small drought and sometimes it'll get down pretty low. Well, you saw it pretty low recently. But for the most part, it holds water. And there's always mud. Every time we get a little shower, the soil here is clay, lots of clay. And so it'll hold water for weeks. I'm so happy Pig Trudy's being a pig. You know, watching her play on the porch and come up and get her bottle and running around flipping over the goats, chowing down on her oatmeal, jumping up beside me when I get on my ATV. All those things, you know, make you worry that she's going to forget that she's a pig, a wild pig at that. That's why I gotta do my part to keep reminding her. And so this all should come pretty natural. It's not like you're forcing her to do anything. She's enjoying this. So what I need her to do is also learn to start finding food in places like this. Not just hanging out with Daddy, but when she comes down here, start eating on things. Get a little close up at that nose. She's getting some mud on it. And that feels good, huh, baby? That feels pretty good. I'm gonna tell y'all something that you may not have noticed. I just about jumped out of my boots. I just about jumped out of my boots because as I was scanning my camera from Pig Trudy, I caught something, and I think y'all may have seen it too. It looks like an old rope, but I swear to Jesus, and I shouldn't say that, hope mom's not watching this, I swear to you, I thought that were a snake, because that rope is coiled and it looks kind of snakish. Look at that. Now I don't know where that rope came from. It's not one of mine, but it probably was something else that washed in here during the tropical storm or during the hurricane flooding. And so there's a lot of stuff out here that's washed in, and it's like semi-buried. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the, okay, first I'm gonna make sure it is a rope. All right, that's a rope, right? Because I'm not lying, folks. I can feel my heart beating. It is a rope. I don't want to let you guys down, but I just have a thing about snakes. And now that I've seen that one, it has made me a little bit you know what? I'm not going to let y'all watch me be a scaredy cat here. There we go. It's a rope, folks. That's a rope. It's just simple rope. And it's all tangled up in that grass. But it is a rope. Now I've got the barrel of my gun dirty. Okay, just a rope, folks. Now let's carry on with this walk. I can take a breath. I'm good. There's my Pig Trudy, though. You be careful out there, baby. You got to watch where you're stepping to. I don't know if anybody went and did any reading. Boy, this pig's having a good time. I don't know if any of y'all went and did any reading after the snake video, but you probably read what an amazing I'm trying to find the right words. Lester wants to sound smart. But these animals, pigs in particular, have an amazing way of fighting off infection, bacteria, venom. I mean, you name it. And I think they have to, for the life that they live, the lifestyle they live. They have to be able to, I mean, the things they eat, the places that they live, you know they're bound to get into all kinds of trouble. We're getting kind of far from the pond, baby. I wanted to stay out in that area. This is over here is where the other animals come and eat. So I doubt she'll find a whole lot to do over here. So this pasture is actually the one that sits right here alongside my driveway. And so I drive by here every day, and it's always neat when I come home or when I'm leaving out and all the littles are over here eating. And I can see the pigs over there somewhere around the pond. And that'd be cool if Pig Trudy decides to do that same thing. Hang out with everybody else. Look at this little girl. Boy, she likes these adventures. She loves these adventures with Daddy. And I love the adventures with her. Yes, do it here, not in my yard, baby. You can do all that digging you want to right out here. Yeah, see, that's what she needs to be doing. That's what these little piney wood rooters are known for. That's why people hate them so much. Not me, though. You can root all you want to out here, baby. Now you start doing it in the yard, we're gonna have a little bit of an issue. Kitty cat's still hanging with us. That's the Dark Knight. No, I did not name him that. That would be something that my little Lex named, Dark Knight. All right, we're walking around some more. I see the ducks, Tiny Tim over here. Looks like Oli went on up and back to the barn, take her a little nap. You guys see I come down here and mowed, right? After the little snake incident, I brought my lawnmower down here, made a couple of passes around this pond so I can kind of, when I do walk around or when the pigs walk around, they can see where they're stepping. I probably wouldn't be doing this otherwise. All right, well, this is getting to be kind of a long video, and you're probably wondering what's the point. There was no point, folks. There was no point. The point was I was going to bring Pig Trudy for a little walk around the front pond, the spot where the other pigs spend their days. So if she does decide to hang out here as she gets older, she knows that she doesn't have to go to the deep woods to find places to root, mud to lay around in. No, she can do it right here if she so chooses. She seems to be pretty happy. We're just going to call this Adventures with Pig Trudy, because everything about her is an adventure. Let's go introduce her to Tiny Tim. You know, they've not had a formal introduction yet. This ought to be interesting. This ought to be interesting. Come here, Trudy. Hey, Timmy. I want you to meet somebody. Come here, Timmy. This here is Pig Trudy. What do you think, Timmy? Look at this little thing. She's a rooter. Come here, Pig Trudy. Come meet Tiny Tim. Hey, Pig Trudy, come here, baby. I want you to say hi to Tiny Tim. Pig Trudy, come say hi to Tiny. What do you think, Timmy? Ain't she a cutie? Ain't she a cutie? Pig Trudy, come say hi to Tiny Tim. Oh, she's bashful. Not Tim. Oh no, baby. Sweet love. Tim's harmless. I can't quite get them both in the same shot. I'd like to get them both in the same photo frame so I can take me a little screenshot of it and have that picture. I can't get them both hardly in the same. There we go. Pig Trudy wants nothing to do with Timmy. I'm sorry, Tiny. Pig Trudy. That girl. Well, I got them both in the same frame at least. I'll have to put that little red arrow pointing to Pig Trudy, though, because you can't see her otherwise. In case you're wondering why this little ladder's over here, I know it looks kind of trashy, but I'll tell you what it's all about. Okay, so right over here is our little family cemetery. You all know that already. My grandparents are buried. And whenever Jamie and I redid our fences, I felt bad because the little church here, the little church here has no places for the kids to play. And so I felt bad because they have quite a big youth group, and all those kids are gathered around that small little area over here trying to play volleyball and basketball, and they're kicking their soccer ball around, and I felt bad for them. So what I did was, instead of running the fence line along the tree line where it used to run, which it was neat because it gave all my littles more pasture, I thought that the littles have plenty of pasture up in the alongside there. So I went ahead and did the fence a little bit differently. And I went and got some soccer goals. And I surprised the church youth I surprised them with a little bit of a place to play their soccer games. And it was neat because the pastor was so concerned about those kids playing here along the cemetery and didn't want to disrespect our family. And I just explained to him, I said, I think that my grandparents would love that. I mean, you're not going to sit there and, you know, you're not going to offend anybody if the soccer ball rolls across their grave or anything else. I mean, come on. But the reason the ladder's here is because sometimes those kids will kick that ball and it comes right over my fence. And so what I had, those kids were over here trying to climb over, and I didn't want them climbing on my fence. So what I did was I just put them a small pool ladder, an old pool ladder. It's nothing new, nothing fancy, but now they can kind of climb over. Now, the downfall to that is that if that ball goes into my pond, they start trying to grab sticks and limbs and whatever they can, throwing stuff in there, trying to get that ball out. And so it's kind of a catch-22. You know, you want to be kind and you want to do something sweet, but they're kids. And so you know. Now what I did have to do was put a trash can over here also. I have it bungee tied to the fence so it can't blow over, because that's one thing about kids from the city. They don't realize that here in the country, we don't just throw our trash down when we're done. And that's something about kids I noticed at school. If you walk out to where the kids are having their recess or having free time, you give them a lollipop, popsicle, some kind of candy, and most of those kids will take that thing, open it up, and throw that trash right down. They don't respect the same kind of things that we did when we were young, things we were taught. They will just throw their trash down and expect someone else to pick it up. So I told the kids out here, if they'll just please put their trash in the trash can, then I'll have no problem them playing here in this part of the pasture. All right, folks. Well, Pig Trudy's had a nice little visit to the pond. She's had a nice look-see. The dogs are along with us on that side of the fence, having a little fun. Tiny Tim's doing what Tiny Tim does. The ducks doing what the ducks do. And I think Pig Trudy's about done with this video. It's getting so long, it's going to be hard to upload now. I don't like having to take videos and cut a bunch of stuff out of them. Oh, sometimes I have to. Sometimes I have to for sure. Especially when I say bad words. Ha! No bad words in this one. All right, Pig Trudy, why don't you say bye, baby? Come here. Trudy. Pig Trudy. Pig Trudy. Baby. It's one of the golden girls over here. In case you're wondering, Pebbles is back on that side of the fence. Another golden girl's over there. And Pig Trudy is going to go over there and give that golden girl a hard time about being by the pond. Pig Trudy's trying to warn her that this is a dangerous place and only pigs are allowed here. That's my Pig Trudy. That's my Pig Trudy.